to do. I kind of wanted to get a little, try to get away from the horror for a second, even though it is Spooktober. But I do plan on at least finishing Simulacra before, I almost said Christmas, before Halloween, so we'll see how that goes. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Okay, good. So we should be good to go. Always trying to, I should probably send out like a tweet sooner, but I do it when I start, because I am a special kind of being. I was gonna say something and I was gonna do something, but I forgot what I was gonna do, so I guess it wasn't important. Alright. I don't remember where I left off with this, so we'll... What the hell just happened? That was weird. It's like my headphone disconnected for a second. It is disconnecting. What is happening right now? Okay. That was weird. That hasn't happened before, so that's a good thing. That's great. Hopefully everything else is still working. I don't know, like, the mic and the headphones are kind of within the same, so don't know what that's all about. Where did I leave off? September, October. Hi, Croci, how you doing? How's it going? Get out of bed before afternoon. Do something productive or valuable every day. Don't feel guilty for resting every now and then. This is gonna be easy, right? I'm pretty good, Croci. Good to see ya. It was a very, relaxed day. I didn't really do anything today. But tomorrow, I have to work. I have one day off this week. So that sucks, but what can you do? I did this for almost a week. I'm sure it'll work out. Guess I should eat something. I mean, food is good. The day just went on without much happening. I told myself that it's okay. That I'll just get back to normal tomorrow. But in the back of my head, I was wondering if I'd say the same thing tomorrow. If this would become normal again. Well, eventually I was interrupted by my phone. Phoenix, huh? Hello? Hey, it's me, Phoenix. I was wondering what you were doing today. Nothing much, why are you asking? Oh, if you're not busy, maybe we could talk for a bit. Sure. We can talk? Great, thanks. Is it okay if we meet at my place? Okay. Sorry, I'd rather talk in person, but it's okay if you don't want to. No, it's fine. Alright, I'll send you the address. Sure, see you later then. Yeah, see ya. Oh, this is a nice room! It is a very spacious room. I like the lights. Hey, I'm glad you could make it. Sure, no problem. So, what's up? You sounded like there was something specific you wanted to talk about. It's nothing big. I guess I'm just somewhat uneasy. Uneasy? About the competition. Sorry if you're nervous as well, but I didn't think it'd be good to just dwell on this by myself. It's alright. I don't mind. So, Croci, what'd you do? Didn't you go away for the weekend, or you're doing something over the weekend? What's today? Today is Tuesday. Okay. Yeah, I think they probably did that on purpose. She's Phoenix and her hair is it's fiery. It's kind of like a sunset. I like it. Oh, nice. Thanks. So, is there anything I could do? Sorry, I said I want to talk, but I'm still thinking about how to put it. Moving here was more or less a way to start over. It's what I wanted, but maybe I underestimated it. I know what you mean. It's one thing to be alone, but it's even worse to know nobody at all. Yeah, that's part of it. Ask further. Tell me! Tell me! Crochet has a brother. Hi, Punchy! How you doing, Punchy? What exactly happened to make you move here? I kind of maneuvered myself into a dead end. Oh, I thought she said that she, like, somebody died. I was like, I've been very focused on art ever since I decided to pursue it. Hey, Moogle! How you doing? Welcome back, Moogle. Two streams in a room. I almost said two streams in a room. In a row, Moogle. To the point that I neglected almost everything else. Not consciously, but I guess that doesn't make a difference. Before I moved here, I had been living with my girlfriend, or, well, ex-girlfriend. We've been together for 2 years, and for the most part it worked out well, I thought. Did she cheat? She a cheating hoe. Sorry. That escalated quickly. Now I'm in the starburst. Starburst! Starboist! That was very loud. Sorry. I realize I probably shouldn't be yelling. It's almost 11. Well, I got closer to the career I wanted. I unknowingly pushed her further and further away. Oh, so then it's your fault. At some point, she didn't want to put up with it anymore. Well, you need to find a balance. That's how things work. Coming from the girl that has no balance. I tried to fix it, but we both had changed. I didn't want to give up my art, but I also didn't want to sacrifice her happiness for it. Aww. That's very mature. Usually people don't think like that, so they just drag shit out. After talking it out for a bit longer, we broke up, mostly mutually. I moved into a one-room apartment until the contract of my last job ran out. Then I came here. I thought if I sorted out everything work-related, I'd be able to spend more time socializing again, but it doesn't simply end, does it? You don't just magically reach a point where you work less. Girl. It's like, as you get older, you freaking work more. Unless you hit the lottery, or something really good. It was pretty much all I had, so when I was alone, I just delved into my work even further. Besides that one time we went to the cafe, I barely did anything but draw in my free time. I mean, you're honing your craft. I mean, if you invest in stock, yeah, that's true. You're a smart investor. But I mean, she's honing her craft, which means she's really going to be good. So if she gets a job, not only will she be doing a job that she likes, probably making some decent money, then that's when you can start socializing again. Hey! Hey, Crab! Thank you for the host. And there's no payoff. Crab! was gonna find my crab, but I don't know. Where's my crab? I don't know where crab is, so you get doggy. I'll find the crab. He's here somewhere. Here's the apple. Oh, crab is red. Well, hello. Thought I went and see. Yeah. It's always weird. Sometimes the colors change, other times you change it on purpose. Right? Unless it's a green apple. I became a better artist, but what's the point? It won't last forever, and I feel like I only entered the competition to prove to myself that I chose the right path. If I don't win, I feel like I won't have anything left. Don't you guilt trip me into giving up this competition, girly. Isn't that horrible that that's exactly where my thoughts went, that she's trying to make me feel bad for her? So I'll be like, oh, she wants this more, she deserves it more, so I'm gonna just like back out of the competition. Or pink, yellow, orange, blue crab. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why is it G? I'm afraid I'll feel like I didn't just waste years of my life, but also lost so many chances for actual happiness in the process. That's depressing. Yeah, see, Grudgy, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, who can you trust? Which is a horrible way to go. You feel like you should be able to trust everybody, but no, that's not the truth. Sorry, I wanted to talk, but I didn't mean to vent like this. I feel like she's telling the truth, though. Ooh, that sucks crab. Wait, is it the same dude? Whatever his name is. Thanks for listening. No, it's alright. Did he at least tell you why he didn't show up, or you didn't just haven't heard from him? I think I get where you're coming from. Sucks to look back and feel like you took a wrong turn somewhere. And I guess you only learn it the hard way, that regretting such a choice can make it even worse. I mean, I don't know how it is for you, but up until recently I've been apathetically ignoring my problems. He just never show. I would call him or text him and be like, what up? Because either, like, in my mind, either he's a dick and stood you up, which is douchey, or something happened. Either way, I just get in touch and be like, what the heck, dude? Oh, wait, did I just read that? I think I did read that. Maybe your way of coping was to drown it in work. Have you found a solution? No. Do you find a solution ever? I don't know, I guess it helps to just try to improve. You seem to know what the problem is, so maybe you can just think about what you could do right now to tackle it. And it won't be the end of the world if you lose the competition. You'd have that decent. Right, that's true, Croji. if you really want to, you'll definitely find work as an artist. And if that's not what you want, you can always find something else. Well, you should get in touch with him, Crab. And find out what happened. I learned this recently myself, but just because you spent most of your life following one dream, it doesn't mean you have to keep following it. If there's something else that makes you happy, just go after that. I think I'll try going for art a bit longer. Although, I'm also pretty happy at the bookstore. I'll try worrying a little less. Yeah, that's an easy thing to say. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm saying, Crab. Like, get in touch with him, find out what happened. If he's got some lame-ass excuse, then you better read him the riot. No matter how much you regret it. Wait, did I read that? I keep getting distracted. I forget how to read. Well, it sounds strange to hear myself. Read the riot act. I think I didn't finish my sentence. It's true. More food for yourself. Did I eat both plates? Hell yeah. Thanks. I think talking really helped. But crap, did you try to reach out to him? Like, he's got a phone. Saying. Like, if I don't hear from somebody and I'm expecting them, you could bet I'm gonna reach out and be like, what up? I'm not gonna just sit around waiting for 4 hours for you. You've been, what, trying to reach out to him, or go straight to voicemail? So either he has his phone off, his phone died. Well, either his phone died, he turned it off, or he sees that you're calling and is sending you to voicemail, but if it goes straight to voicemail, it sounds like either his phone died or he turned it off. It's off. So you're feeling better? Well, the immediate anxiety is mostly gone. But I guess I should still figure out what exactly I want. So let me know when I can help. Feel like I'm in a similar situation right now, so maybe we can help each other out a bit. Ha, sure. Oh, sorry, I completely forgot. Can I get you something to drink? Yes, alcohol. Give me some rum. Sure things. Or some tea. Phoenix made some tea and we ended up talking for a bit longer. When I drink alcohol, then drink some water or tea. I'll take the alcohol. Coming from the girl that can't drink that much, because I can't break down the alcohol properly. Damn it, body. My Asian genes. Phoenix made some tea and we just read that. The atmosphere gradually relaxed. I'm surprised that Phoenix opened up so much. Guys, I exercised a little bit yesterday, and I'm a tiny bit sore. I'm very proud of myself, because I don't get up off my ass. It's a whole new me. Not really. I still gotta work out today. Actually, I guess you could say I worked out like this morning. So then, like, tomorrow morning. Which is like in a few hours. Hell yeah, crab. Her insecurity was practically unnoticeable to me until now. I wonder if Phoenix always dealt with her problems by herself. If so, it must have been difficult to suddenly talk to someone about them. Them drinking jeans. I don't have them drinking jeans. I'm bad at accepting help myself. But yeah, that's why I don't drink that much. Because it's weird, like, when I drink a lot, not only do I turn bright red, but it's like I feel like all the blood rushes to my, like, head. So I get really warm. And then, like, my breathing becomes heavier the more alcohol I have in my body. Which is probably not a good thing. So, like, I get all out of breath. Like, I can get tipsy after, like, one drink. So, like, my face gets all flush. And then sometimes, like, a weird thing happens where, like, you know when you blow up a balloon and, like, your cheeks hurt, like, right here kind of hurts, your jaw? That's also what happens. So, like, that happens, like, can happen, like, right away. So, I'm just having a drink and I'm like, my face. So, that's worse than, like, the breathing. Because as long as I'm, like, not running a marathon, I'm probably okay. But I'm like, ow, it's, like, so painful. Hey, black man, how you doing? I say hi to you sooner. I was telling my story about why I drink alcohol properly. I am a living balloon. Maybe that's part of why Joyce left. I went back home in the evening. I didn't want to impose for too long. With the competition finale on Friday, I should probably prepare for it. Prepare a bit. I added a bunch of words that weren't there. Alright, time to prepare, I guess. Don't go to bed early. You can't say I'm gonna prepare and then give me the option to just go to bed. Read about color contrast, damn it. I guess I can read about color contrast for a bit. Let's see. First established by Johannes Itten, there is a total of 7 color contrasts that are still relevant in modern color theory. One of the most commonly known of these contrasts is the contrast of complements. The contrast is formed by juxtaposition of opposing sides of the color wheel, essentially forming a pair of perceptual opposites. Examples of this contrast are, for instance, red and green, yellow and purple. Oh, I see. I'm learning! Because it is made of opposites, this contrast can be fairly extreme. It's weird-ass commercials for air. Oh yeah! Get the big heads, they're like... Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, that's my impression of a balloon. It's lack of kidney. Well, you shouldn't be drinking with a bad kidney anyway. You shouldn't be drinking at all anyway. It's not good for you. The whole reason you get drunk is because basically you're poisoning your own body. That's why they tell you to drink water. Learning. Didn't get anything in his life. Good. Kind of uncanny valley for me. You're right. Especially in combination with other aspects of color theory, it is also a valuable tool. Tool. Oh man. I am a child. I could read about the other contest as well, but I'm pretty tired. Maybe tomorrow. He's drunk at his brother's. Ooh, crab. Ooh, crab. You gotta... I think you gotta rethink this relationship, because this is like his second chance, and he pulled that. Oh, black man, I'm sorry. Bad enough as it is. Same Moogle. Third chance. Third chance! Third! No more chances! Cut it off, crab. Done. Close the book. Find someone better. Hi, Cheekster. How you doing? I'm just saying, third frickin' chance. You get 2, maybe. Maybe 3. But usually 2. What book? The book of relationship. Close it. Hi, Jakester. How you doing? I didn't stay up very long afterwards. Nothing much happened, but this month was fairly draining up until now. At least, ow, that hurt my hand. The book of my life. Oh, I thought you were saying close the book on my life. I was like, don't do that. Just close the chapter. Just end the chapter. I clapped and my hand kind of hurts. Third time's the charm. Okay, fine. It's like, you could give 3 chances, but if you're going on the 4th, done. But no worries, Jakester. Thanks for stopping by. I started later tonight by accident. I had to do some things, being a grown-up and stuff. But hopefully, I'll try to stream on time this week. A little bit earlier. Ow, my neck hurts. The other book. The stream has lagged, and now there's a huge delay. Sometimes, if you hit the pause button, and then you hit play again, it kind of catches it up. I'm not sure what happened though. As long as it's fine and you're on everybody else's end. Because after what happened that other day, I'm very much paying attention to everything that's happening. That's the stream health. And everything looks good, so knock on wood. Better remind you there's like... Nice. Alright. I'm sorry, Crab. But Crab, you're better. You're better than him. Don't let him bring you down. He's stupid. Yeah, one morning and he's... Oh, black man. I give you a hug. Everything is gonna be okay. At least I did something productive, although it was relatively little by comparison. I want to win the competition. Oh, snap. So for the next few days, let's put in some more work. March 23rd, morning. Tomorrow is the day. I know I shouldn't think about this at work, but George R. R. Martin. I just realized you just got like a George R. R. Martin like quote over there. I'm kind of nervous. I wonder if Phoenix will be okay. Well, let's go inside. Oh, look at the teddy bear in the back. Was that always there? Good morning, Ashley. Oh, good morning, Miss Cardover. I'm sorry, but I have to head out soon and probably won't be back until, Phoenix is looking over our inventory today. We need to order new books soon. I knew you always... Oh, I think I skipped a line. Crap. No, you always do, but please look over the shop for me. Sure, is everything alright? Yes, don't worry, just some annoying bureaucracy. Well, I'll leave the shop to you. Alright, bye. Looks like I'll be on my own again today. Good morning. Good morning, how can I help you? I'm looking for an AI. AI, you say? Sorry, but we only have books. Naturally, I'm looking for books about AIs. I figured it would be more efficient to skip asking for a book, since this should be obvious given the context. Shut up, you bitch. Sorry. Okay. I realize why I haven't played this game in a hot minute, because I get triggered. Maybe I misjudged the situation. Oh, bitch, don't you give me your sass. You came in asking for an AI. You know, there's some dumb people that ask for shit that we don't have. How am I supposed to know that you're looking for a book about... Well, it's a bookstore, but still, I get your position, but shut up. Give me your frickin' sass. Well, I'll take a look at what we have. It's kind of strange, but I guess people can just be interested in AIs. Yeah. If we have AIs, like, in Detroit Become Human, like, I wouldn't mind having, like, my own car. But you gotta be good to them, because if you're not, that's how they rise up. Uh-oh. Oh, Jakester. Croji, it's okay. Croji. Croji. No, Croji, no. I'm like, God damn it, crap. I mean, I get it. So, Croji, are you saying we should play more Fabulous? Because I never finished the last game. Because I didn't feel like starting it over again. I mean, Croji, if anything, I know you would just not show up. Honestly, I'm all... And besides, I feel the same way you do. She's stupid. But because I know how... Yeah, I understand. So I don't have to play it? Great. I won't. Chapter closed. Doki doki. Well... That also has some heavier themes. Yeah, Croji, let the inner rage come out. Let the rage. Ah, 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 ha, ha. Oh, why does my neck hurt? Is this what happens when you exercise? Your neck just hurts. I don't think we have what she wants, though. Guess I'll just offer her anything that comes close. I'm sorry, I think the only books we have that are related to AIs are about game development. We also have some science fiction books, but that's probably not what you're looking for, right? Right? Right, lady, right? Correct. Well, it was a long shot anyway. Sorry, but unfortunately I can only offer you what we have here. Well, please come again if you need any. Can I ask you a question? Sure. No need to cut me off, though. Yes! Girl. Oh my god. I had a freaking customer the other day that. I had two customers. Okay, the first one was like, she missed her show. And she was like, asking me what I could do, but she kept going on and on. She was like, "Oh, I've been a subscriber for years, and I missed my show because I had this happen and blah 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 blah." It's like, "Is there anything you could do for me?" And then I'd start to answer. She'd be like, "Cause I know, it's like you're doing me a favor, but I really want to see the show." I'm just like, "Yes, I can help you. Just let me talk." And then finally, when I told her what I could do for her, she's like, "Oh, perfect, thank you." And I was like, "We could have just like cut out like 5 minutes of you just talking about how you're freaking been here a long time." Oh damn! Jake's just got superpowers, bending a knife. And then I had another woman that was like, "Stop acting on." That's true. Don't act on impulse. Um, and she was all asking me all these different questions. And then she was just like this lady. She kept cutting me off. And then I was freaking like telling her the prices, and she's like, "Well, you don't have anything closer for this price?" And I'm like, "No, sorry, most of this area is sold out." And I'm like, "I have these seats or I have these seats." And she's like, "You don't have anything closer?" And I'm just like, "I just said I don't have anything closer." It's like, I have this and I have this. But you really don't have anything else? I'm just like, I was about to smack her. And then during one of the curtains, someone came up to the window and was like, "Are these seats together? Is 101 and 102 together?" I'm just like, "Yes, yes they are." I and luckily there's another person. There's another person that called my coworker, and she was yelling like she not yelling, but she was being really mean to my coworker. She's like, you can't help me. I want to talk to your boss." And then she's like, what can I tell, what is this in regards to, so I can tell him?" And she was like, "Well, you can't help me, so just give me to your manager." And I was like, "Can I have your name?" And she's like, "No, give me your manager's name, and I'll tell you my information." And she's like, "Okay." So finally she was able to like get her over to the manager, and he was talking to her, and apparently she called the box office, okay, where we sell tickets. She was calling because a thing that she bought from the gift shop wasn't working, and she wanted to see if she could exchange it or return it or something. And then it's like, you called the complete wrong place. You freaking were like being a dick. And then On top of that, while she was like talking to the manager, her husband calls in and was like, "I want to speak to the manager." He's like, "My wife has been on hold," and it's like, I want to speak to the manager then. And he's like, and my coworker, it's like the same coworker was like, "Yeah, your wife is talking to the manager right now." And he's like, "Oh, okay," and he just hangs up. I'm just like, these people are freaking nuts. What is happening right now? That's true. Poor crab. It's like I cannot. No, they were just they were just stupid. They were not black. But I'm I'm just and I'm like not about freaking people cutting you off. Like you asked me a question, let me answer your damn question. How you know? How you doing? uh, hey Croji, can you give an or Crab or any of the other mods here? Can you give Unknown a shout out? Cause she does stream. We blew up a mountain yesterday. Aw, Crab. Don't be pissed off, Crab. It's okay. Remember, Crab, you're better. You're better than him. Can you do a shout out, Croce, for Unknown? Thank you. I got because peeps are demanding. Yeah, you be in demand, Moogle. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. Finish the next mountain. Yes. Night, Moogle. I can't wait to see it blow up. Anyway, but yeah, moral of the story, if you ask me a question, don't cut me off. Like, don't cut my answer off, and then proceed to ask me the same question again. It gets on my nerves. Because there are freaking so many people. Oh, your stream keeps lagging. Oh, I'm sorry, Croji. Is anybody else's lagging, or is it... Yeah, maybe refresh Croji? I don't know. If everybody else is okay, then it might just be... You need a refresh. Starting your... Okay, no worries, Croji. Oh, good. Okay. As long as everybody else is good. But yeah, I've had so many customers, they just ask me a question, and then I start to answer. Like, they go silent. That's the thing that makes me angry. Is like, they ask you a question, and then they go silent, and then you're like, okay, now I can start talking. Because you're stopping and you're waiting for a response, right? That's how any normal person works. And then when I start to answer, then they're like, blah 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 blah, and I'm just like, either you're just having a conversation with yourself, or you really didn't care about your answer, like it was a rhetorical question. It really is. Like, I should reach out to this freaking, like, right, the creator of this game and be like, I think we're soulmates. Will you be my friend? Because we are essentially the same person. You wrote this about me. and I think I just need to say hi. It's crazy, unknown. Like it, just like you ask me a question, let me answer it. And if you don't understand my answer, then you ask for clarification. You don't just keep talking and interrupting. Place dragon for never. Never. Oh, now you did it, Jakester. Oh, you did it, Jakester. Oh, Jakester. Oh, dear. Nothing, sweetie. It's okay. I love you. How you doing, sweetie? What do you know about AIs? Oh, she asked me what I know? I feel like there's something suspicious with this person. I'm gonna say something, but never mind. Oh, snappies. Jaster. Good, you can tell me later, sweet. No, Black Man didn't do anything. Leave Black Man alone. No pointed fingers. Well, I'm no expert, but I have this friend. I have one. Well, I don't. Is this gonna be about the soulmate thing? Not important. Yeah, everybody point at Crab's boyfriend. Cause he needs a good smack. Crab, do you need me to come over and just do... How's your day? It's good. I slept a lot later than I wanted to. And I didn't do anything except for some laundry. And now I'm here. No worry. Oh, I will, like, one day, and probably not soon, but one day. But if I was closer. Now everything's fine, Black Man. Everything's okay. And tell them why, Crab. If you want to. But right, unknown? I'm just saying, Crab, if you lived closer to me. Okay, so what's going on here? So she asked me if I have an AI. Oh, she asked me if I know about AIs. So I could say I have one, which I don't anymore. She's gone. Maybe she'll come back. I have this friend, which is the dude probably in this shop. I'm no expert, but I don't know. Do I really want to, like... He doesn't really know anything about AIs. Like, he might have interest, but... I'm just gonna say I'm no expert. Because what the heck? Joyce is gone. Yeah, she was gone like a couple episodes ago. She left us saying that, hey, we can't really... The AI, our AI... It's like I can't, like, I feel like me being here is not helping you progress, so she left. Well, I'm no expert, but aren't they basically virtual humans? They can be, but I'm much more interested in the potential they have beyond that. So, you're a researcher? It's complicated. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't help you out much further. It's alright, in a way, I was hoping there would be nothing yet. Oh, snappies. We got two people. Two people ready to do smackdown. I gotta stop smacking my hands. That kind of hurts a little bit. Have a good day. I wonder if she works for the frickin' like. I feel like if you're working at the place, at the AI place, you know who you're giving the AIs out to. Maybe she was doing recon on us. She knew who we were. Here's hoping the next one will be better. Welcome to Card Over Books. How can I help you?
Hiya, do you have textbooks by chance?
I think we have a few. What do you need?
I just started college last semester and want to read up on some more advanced things.
Advanced like how? Sure, what program are you in?
Social studies. I mean, the university itself already feels like one big social study, but the courses are pretty great.
You mean that university just out of town? Just show her the books. One big social. So I can act. So I can ask her, about the school or the course. About the school. Or I could just show her the books and be done. Hey, Croji. How you doing? One big social study. I look how her face changed. She was like, one big social studies. What do you mean?
It just has kind of a strange organizational structure. I'm not too deeply in it myself, but there's this weird dynamic between different parts of the student body.
oh snap! Everybody's gonna go a fighting. The school doesn't really do anything to ease things up, so I just found it noteworthy. That sounds familiar. Well, I think we have some social studies textbooks. Probably best if you take a look at them yourself, but I can show you where they are.
Thanks, that would be great.
Alright, they're this way. Maybe I'm probably gonna end it between. Good crab, you should. Because he obviously is pretty self-centered. And this is his third chance that he messed up. Didn't take long until I mostly forgot about the competition. There weren't many chances to feel nervous during work, and I'm honestly glad for that.
Aw, yup, cute little puppy.
Oh, snaps. Black man bringing out the big weapons. Work was demanding but pretty straightforward for most of the day. Miss Cardover returned earlier than expected so I could finish my shift in the early afternoon. Phoenix was done around the same time. How are you holding up? Fine, mostly. How about you? I was fine during work, but it's coming back right now. Well, I'm glad we're in this together at least. Yeah, me too. Well, I'll go home now. I still need to prepare. Yeah, me too. See you. Yeah, bye. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I just be careful with the nukes though, because the shock waves and everything reach a pretty big mile radius. Part of me still expects to be greeted by someone. Well, it'll pass. It'll pass again. I should probably prepare. I mean, there's not a lot of time to prepare, but I guess I can at least refresh my memory a bit. F is for fires that burn down whole towns. U is for uranium bombs. N is for no survivors. It's the size of the weapon that counts. Black man. Stop going to bed early. Like, keep working, girl. Yeah, poor Jakester doesn't like SpongeBob. But everybody's allowed to their opinion. It's okay. Guess it won't harm. So what should I read about? Naughty cat. Oh, that's the. I mean, why does anybody not like something? It depends on your own personal taste. Um, so we don't want to call it a day. We did look at color theory. I think we looked at. We should look at Naughty Cat because that's the place that we want to. I Croji, I didn't say that you hate Jakester for not liking Spongebob. I was saying why doesn't anybody not like something? It's because people have preferences and like I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't like SpongeBob. Actually, I went to high school with a guy and that didn't like SpongeBob, and I was like, Crap. I read I read your freaking I read your the chat and I read what you said and I almost just said titties out loud. I mean, I just did, but it would have been a lot more random. Just an outburst of titties. Um, Naughty Cat developer interview, because that's the company that we're trying to get hired by. Did it? Well, I meant like I would have just been like titties. There's like no explanation, just saying titties. That's what I meant. God, no, crab, no. I get it. Just 857 quotes of me being stupid. On YouTube called Let's Play with Titties. Alright. Aw, duckies. Thanks, Crab. Might as well read some more about the place I'd get a job at if I win tomorrow. Before becoming the art director at such a prestigious studio, you started out as a concept artist, right? Yes, I first came to Naughty Cat as a junior concept artist, and over the years I was promoted to a lead and ultimately the art director of our current project. So even if you are directing multiple departments, you still have a close connection to concept art. I don't know why I made the frickin' interviewer sound like that. Sort of. That's where my expertise comes from, after all. But at the same time, I also think that I'm slightly harder on our concept artists because of that. Ha! How so? Well, our artists have very different backgrounds, but what they all have in common is that they're skilled individuals, all with certain strengths and preferences. So what occasionally happens is that they work on a design and really learn to like it, but it doesn't quite fit into the general style or the world of our game, so it's my job to point that out. And sometimes people just didn't notice what was going on and immediately let go of their preference. But other times it's a little more complicated to convince them that the needs of the game are more important than what they personally like. Usually not a big deal, though. I mean, we're all in this to make great games, so of course we'll do our best to make that happen. Wish I had $16 million. Me too. To make my dog a palace. And then you can live in the palace with your doggy. I would say, crap, I would say like a regular bomb would be enough. Well, you don't want to nuke the world because then you'd be in the world. You'd be blowing yourself up. I don't think that's what you want. A game station? Oh, man. Actually, I probably shouldn't be talking about bombs and nukes on stream. I'm not doing anything. I'm a good girl. Why isn't this sucking better? Suck more. Yep. Even if that means cutting some of the things you grew fond of. It's not like having preferences is a bad thing. we don't want our concept artists to just execute ideas, so we value their personal styles and interests. Thank you, Jakester. So I have to make sure their work stays in line with everything else. And that's it. This probably even applies to studios other than Naughty Cat. At least I think it does. There's still some time until I should go to bed. Maybe I can read some more. So what should I read about? Concept art workflows. She's a hot-headed balloon Tinkerbell who's tiny and flies. I wish I could fly. That'd be cool. You sneezed! Yay! He sneezed! Okay, here we go. In general, you start out by blocking out shapes and the general composition. Once you are happy with how it turned out, you begin refining your painting. So my head hurts. Oh, I'm sorry, Jakester. First, you keep building up shapes and lighting through grayscale values. It can be tempting to jump right into working with colors, but usually it's easier to fix issues with the values in black and white. Alternatively, you can also add an adjustment layer to check every now and then if everything is working. Colors are a powerful tool to convey atmospheres, so feel free to try out different palettes, especially if you're working in stylized style. Oh. Really? Well, you skipped the good parts of the drink and you went right to the hangover, Jakester. Oh, seeing if I could find that video that I looked at for you. It's not the one that I was looking at. Yeah, I can't find the video. But this is kind of what it looks like, the farm that I made, sort of, not exactly.
This is the living room.
Oh, that's loud. Hey, New York. I mean, that's nice, but I would put like my $16 million towards like my own house as opposed to living in an apartment. Even if it is a New York apartment. Well, you need dispensers. Or buy an island for. Well, then you have an island. Once you are generally happy with your painting, you can start adding details. Photo bashing can be useful sometimes. Parts of a photograph, transform it until it fits your needs and paint over it. Not everyone works like this, though. Just try to find a workflow you like. Guess that's about it. There's still some time until I should go to bed. Maybe I could read some more. So what should I read about? Oh, so literally I just had to go through everything anyway. Like, come on now. Yeah, I can't remember who it was, Sweeney. I think, it might have been Ryan who did make a farm, and it was like a lot smaller, but it was and more compact. I think it was him. Oh my god. Oh, we learn additive and subtractive colors. The main difference lies in the primary colors and the way they are mixed. An additive colors made up of red, green, and blue. All three colors combined at equal strength become white. Adjacent colors combined at equal strength become yellow, cyan, and magenta. Yellow, cyan. Oh, okay. The mixing system takes the main components of light and adds them together, hence the name additive color mixing. Uh-oh. Common place where you can find this mixing model in applications, computer screen you're reading this on. Subject color is made up of yellow, cyan, and magenta. All three colors combined at equal strength become close to black. Adjacent colors combined at equal strength become red, green, and blue. In this mixing model, colors are mixed by absorbing parts of the light spectrum in contrast to additive mixing. Most known appliance of this model is found in printing. Do I want to know? I think we're done. Except, but it's just the dirt on the outside. Oh. I think I should manage what I know. Friday. Today is day. Gah, I'm nervous. Joyce would probably tell me to calm down. Maybe I can calm down if I try. It'll be fine. It means it's not like my future depends on this. Ashley, you're here. Oh, Phoenix, yeah, I just got here. Actually, going inside seems absurdly difficult, though. I feel you. The finale will start in 20 minutes. We should go, shouldn't we? After they confirmed that it was really us and not someone who tried to sneak inside the studio, we were led through the building. It wasn't exactly a tour, but whenever we passed anywhere noteworthy, our guide told us about it. As it turned out, the person showing us around was one of Naughty Cat's lead artists and one of the judges. She casually mentioned that she's the character lead on Titan Watch Online. No big deal. I'd say I was close to asking a whole lot of questions, but I couldn't manage to make a sound even if I want to. Eventually, we arrived in a room where a handful of other people were already waiting. Apparently, we were the last ones to arrive. Brief introduction, even shorter explanation. We were taken to the room where the finale was held and live streamed. Good thing I forgot about this morning, or I might have gotten second thoughts about even taking part. First part of the finale is apparently a written test. Art theory. Finally, knowing what I had to do eased my worries a bit. But I've come so far, I can't mess this up now. I can't mess it up now. I can't do it. Alright, hello there, pretty people. The show is about to begin. As you know, the first task is all about theory. But because just letting you write down answers on a piece of paper would be boring to watch, we decided to spice things up a little. I'll ask questions and you'll take turns answering. You have 9 seconds to answer. If you're not fast enough, the question is open to the group. Oh shit. I don't like being timed on my questions. If you answer incorrectly, the question will be open as well, and you'll have to wait for the next question. All in all, you need 2 correct answers to move on to the next test, but if you fail to answer 3 questions, you're out. So be fast, but not rash. And don't forget to smile for the camera. Last I heard we had 20,000 viewers. This feels strange to say, but I'd honestly rather take a written test. Ready? No. Alright, we'll start with you there. This is an easy one, so try not to embarrass yourself. What era of art history did neoclassicism use as a basis for its set of values and guidelines? Renaissance? Actually, I should say... oh no, oh okay, I can't see. I was like, I can't save! It's fine. It's all under control. I'll let that count because we're still warming up. But the correct answer would have been classical art of ancient Greece and Rome. They did, however, also get inspiration from early Renaissance art. I wouldn't be going this easy on any of you anymore, so better brace yourself. Why did you go easy on them then? They got it wrong. You stupid host. Next up, Phoenix. The marble slab that was eventually turned into Michelangelo's David was originally cut 43 years earlier for an artist named Agostino di Duccio. He was tasked to make a statue for Florentine Cathedral. However, he abandoned the project, and 10 years later, another artist picked up the marble. What was the name of the artist? What's with this jump in difficulty? I want to say Michelangelo, but this is a trick question, right? I feel kind of bad for Phoenix. Antonio Rossellino. But he abandoned the marble as well because he found it too difficult to sculpt. Oh shit. I thought you were about to say ho instead of Correct. You can almost feel bad for that marble, but at least it got turned into a statue eventually after all. These questions are too much. She knew it? Alright, now we'll move on to Ashley. If this will be anything like the last question, I'm screwed. This question is a bit more contemporary. In digital painting, there's a technique that incorporates parts of photographs. What is it called? Photo bashing. I didn't know I had to... Oh, God, I actually had to do, oh, God. At least they give me multiple choice. Jesus. Photo bashing. Correct. And before anyone else says anything about the legitimacy of this technique, we at Naughty Cat think it's perfectly fine to use. If you disagree, you probably never had to make photorealistic art with a tight deadline and lots of revisions. Crochet. Alright, on to the next question then. We'll give you a bit of a breather with this one. What is the contemporary color of purple? Red? Wait, no. Too late. Sorry, but the question is open to everyone now. Does anyone know the contemporary of... Oh, complimentary. Oh, I thought it said like... Oh, shit. I'm trying to think of the fucking color wheel. It's not blue. Orange. Orange. I think it was yellow. Fuck. Shit. I'm not talking shades of purple here. Come on, people. This is an easy one. Yellow. Fuck. Fuck. God damn it. I second guessed myself. Shit. Yes, that's more like it. Yeah, well, if we really fuck up, then we'll restart. Thank you, Phoenix. What if something like this can already throw people off balance? Maybe it's time to increase the difficulty. Oh, shit. The next few questions were brutal. Barely anyone managed to answer correctly on the first try. Even though this meant several opportunities for me to get points, I had no chance of even guessing the answers. Eventually finished the first rotation. 3 people were already out because they threw in too many wrong answers. Of course, Phoenix got her question right again. And suddenly it was my turn once more. Ow. This is it. If I answer correctly, I'll pass this round. Alright, Ashley, your turn. Oh, shit. Time for a thought experiment. Let's say you pass. Actually, no. You not only pass, but you get a job here. What do you want to do? Concept art. Concept art, nice. Then I'd be your lead. Well, okay, let's say you're a concept artist working under me, and you're submitting a concept that our art director isn't happy with. Specifically, it's about a few details that don't seem to match the requirements of the style guide. What do you do? Ask what's wrong with them? Before doing anything, I'd like to know what exactly is wrong with those details. If it really doesn't fit in with the rest, I'll have to change it, but it'll probably happen again if I don't know what to avoid. Whatever I made, though, I probably had a reason for making it like that, so I should at least mention that, right? That sounds good to me! Oh! The art director ultimately gets to decide, but we're a team. Blindly following orders isn't good for anyone. You're a diplomatic one, aren't you? Anyway, I think we'll stop here. Thank God. I didn't expect we'd already be down to 4 people after just 1 rotation. If you didn't make it, feel free to go down to the lobby and watch the rest of the live stream. Everyone else stay here. Next up is a practical task. Oh, I'm gonna vomit. After a short break, excuse me. Set everything up. We were told that the task was going to be a character design. Computer software and other equipment were provided. First, I was pretty excited about the task, until the final details were revealed. Well, well. Please don't vomit. No, I won't. Looks like our remaining 4 finalists are quite the motley crew. Are y'all ready? Y'all? Alrighty, if you have any technical problems, now's the time to speak up.
or else I'll take up your work time. You have a total of 40 minutes to come up with an idea and get it into a presentable state. Oh, and we'll make rounds with camera to show everyone at home what you're making, so be ready to answer some questions. Seriously? They don't expect full-on production quality here, right? And before you ask, of course, we are mainly judge the idea, but executing it well will obviously give you more points. Any questions? No. Well, let's get this started then. Wait, so is there a topic, or are we just... Oh, wait, is there a topic, or are we just supposed to design a random character? Oh, I'm sorry, didn't I mention? The topic is combat mailman. Huh? So, like, a berserker? No, didn't you hear what I said? Yeah, a combat mailman. So, like, a really manly fighter, right? Okay, scratch that. We're making it a mail clerk now. As in someone who works at a post office for everyone who hasn't caught on yet. Gender doesn't matter. Oh, but don't forget the combat bit. Curious how you'll combine these topics. He fights with the mailbox. Hell yeah. Just a ninja throwing stars in his bag. Actually, he could use like manila envelopes cut into ninja fighting stars that are in his bag, and then you gotta go and then they give you wicked paper cuts. Curious, feel free to do some world building to tie everything together. Aside from the main theme, you're free to do whatever you want. Alright, any more questions? Well then, get ready. Your 40 minutes start now. Well, of course, I think getting hit with a mailbox would probably hurt a little bit more. Topic it's already felt like a curveball, but only having 40 minutes was still the biggest obstacle. The time pressure quickly went over my general nervousness, so I started sketching. I knew trying to formulate a complete idea and then trying to execute in time wouldn't work. I'm not the fastest, but at least I know my limits. I decided to make something simple, to sell the design with interesting shapes and a twist on the concept. So I took some liberties with the topic and made it about email. Well, but you're getting hit with a mailbox. Like, you can cause serious damage. And a mailbox can cut you. If, like, you beat someone so hard with it that the frickin', like, metal gets bent and a jagged piece comes out. Why am I thinking about this? Stop it. So the mail clerk would be more like an AI sorting incoming mails and sending others off, all while defending their user from viruses, spam, and phishing mails. Oh, that's tricky. Even so, I didn't think about what I was doing as much as I probably should have. I'm thinking about the how it could work. Which is also no, I'm not fantasizing. Once I found an idea that worked, I clung to it, but it didn't keep me from changing things over and over again. Of course, right when I found a fatal flaw in my design, I started erasing what I did. What didn't work, the camera team approached. I think I somehow salvaged the situation, but it was stressful. Eventually, Time was up and we had to present our respective pieces. I was so nervous I didn't even remember what I said once my presentation was over. I was like, what did Black Man do? I think I did fine, but I was still anxiously awaiting the decision of the judges. After everyone finished presenting their piece, that time finally came. Whoa. Well, that's tough, but we have to make a decision nonetheless. First off, Phoenix. As always, impressive work. Getting lost in details is pretty dangerous when working with tight time constraints, but you managed to dodge that. The design itself is fairly basic, but it's well executed, fits all the requirements, and has enough interesting bits to still look unique. Not quite unanimous this time, but you're in the final round of this finale. Yay! Now, as far as the last slot for the final showdown. This is a tough one. All of you have certain qualities, but we're not looking for a showdown of technical skill alone. Phoenix already covers that front, so we're looking for someone else for the final finalist. Ashley, did you struggle with the time limit? Did I struggle with it? I don't think so. No. No, what makes you say that? Be a little more honest with yourself. There's no shame in that. It actually made your piece more interesting. Oh shit. I just should have been more honest. I thought I was being honest. I kind of came up with the idea. Visually, it's pretty rough and simplistic, but you focused on the core, the design itself. I'm glad you decided to take some time to think about the world first before starting the design process. Of course, it looks like there are a few ambiguities here, and due to the rough art, this stage is more of a starting point than a finished concept. It'll be a tough battle, but you managed to get the majority of votes. Barely. Holy shit, I made it. Sorry to everyone who lost this round, but this is our selection. Next up is the last part of today's finale. Face-off of the contestants to determine who will start as junior artist at Naughty Cat next month. Well, and there's also $1,000 to be won. Watch your profanity. This is it. I almost expected that I'd have to compete directly with Phoenix if I wanted to win. There's one final test left. They said it's a face-off, but it'll have to be related to the job, right? Can't win with technical skill alone. They basically said so themselves. I'll have to find some other quality that makes me desirable for them. Yeah, you got to watch your profanity. Bow to the death. Alright, Ashley, Phoenix, are you ready? You can think of this final test as some sort of job interview. Ugh. Both of you have something that qualifies you to work here. But we want to see what would be better addition to the team. I just realized we both have rips in our bottoms. Like my skirt and her pants. Is that the style? Little disclaimer though, for everyone watching at home, our decisions here only represent our studio policies. Other companies might look for other qualities, and just because something worked here doesn't mean it'll work for other studios. Do your research before you apply. Let's start with the first question now. There was probably a reason why you decided to take part in this competition, right? So why exactly do you want to work at Naughty Cat? Phoenix. Well, I was introduced to video games fairly late, and I can't say they're much more than a pastime for me. But I think the challenge of creating art that is aesthetic and still serves a purpose is a lot more present in games than in other media.
Put 2 trapdoors and it works. Yay!
Alright, and you, Ashley. I love your games. Well, I've been playing your games for years. They're seriously among my favorites, and if there's game studio I want to work at, it's Naughty Cat. Just the thought of contributing to some of my favorite franchises makes me excited. Oh, that's some nice enthusiasm, but is this the only reason you applied here?
Well, basically.
Alright, thanks for your answer.
Uh-oh.
Well, this definitely gives us a better idea of your motivation. Let's continue with the classic. Ashley, what do you think is your biggest weakness?
Where do I even start? Being an introvert? Well, because then that means like it would be hard for her to work with others. Motivation, you definitely need motivation and time constraints. I don't think technical skill is bad. Like, I don't want them to think I can't work with others, but like, this is. Yeah, Joyce ditched us, Jakester. Being an introvert, I guess? Probably being an introvert. I mean, there's nothing inherently bad with that, but it usually takes some time before I warm up around new people. And while I know that my awkwardness can sometimes get in the way of communication. Oh shit. Yeah, I have no idea how it'll be in a studio environment, but just getting that out there. Alright, Phoenix. I can't relate to that, but I wouldn't go as far as to calling it my biggest weakness. I really enjoy painting. To relax, I usually paint just for the sake of painting. And as you mentioned earlier, I often get lost in the details. It's not really what's important for concept art, though. So if you just go by that, illustration might actually be what I'd enjoy most. And I think I'd want to be an artist rather than an artisan. As enjoyable as it is to create art, just for the process of creating it, I just want to create something more use and meaning to it. It can be a challenge for me, but I think overcoming weakness is the only way to grow. She gives better answers! I don't think we're going to get this job even if we answer perfectly. Well, knowing where you can improve is important, but don't forget to sell us your strong points, too. So tell us, why should we choose you over the other? Because concept art isn't just about technical skill. I think the fact that I'm here along with Phoenix already speaks for itself. Close as it might have been, you said there's something justifying me being here. And I think that's my strong point. I can't convince you on technical skill alone, but that's not all there is to concept art. Considering where you are now, there are already plenty of great artists here, and this is a team effort. My work would only be the first step in a long process involving a lot of different people, so I don't think it needs to be too polished. At least not on a level where you can use it as promo art without any big adjustments. Well then, we need some time to come to conclusion, but I think this was a productive interview. I'll tell you when we made a decision. I'm supposed to wait outside while the judges talked about what they just heard. It's kind of nerve-wracking. They didn't introduce themselves, but it was likely that we just stood in front of lead artists, art directors, and who knows who else. I think almost 20 minutes passed before we were called back into the room. be honest, I didn't think this decision would take so long. But then again, this is a fairly important decision for them. And ultimately, also for us. Sorry for the wait, but we finally come to a conclusion. Of course, we're looking for talented artists. Otherwise, the initial selection, the theoretical tests, and the practical task wouldn't have been there. We got coffee. Yay! But that isn't all we're looking for. It's important to us that our team functions on a human level. In some ways, that's even more important than being a skilled artist. Of course, it needs to be a good balance of the two, which is why our discussion took so long. But after talking out, we finally agree. Our new junior artist will be Phoenix. Oh, shit. So that's it, huh? Can't say that I didn't expect it, but it still sucks. Is there any way that we could actually get the job? We'll have to take care of before you can officially start, but what do you say? Do you want to be part of our team? Of course! I just fucked up. Did I fuck up? Did I really fuck up, though? I feel like that might be part of the game. Alright then, we're happy to welcome you to the Naughty Cat family. I was still in shock. The fact that I lost didn't quite want to settle in. Part of me kept thinking there would be another test for me to prove my worth in. But it was over. My chance was gone. With it, the quick way out of my financial dilemma. The bookstore is all I have now. Unless I want to keep failing, I have to make this count. Phoenix told me to meet up with her in front of the building, but I don't see her anywhere. She's still talking with the team. Sorry to keep you waiting. I couldn't help but look at some of the artwork in the hallways on my way out. Though I guess it won't be the last time I come here. Yeah, congrats again. I would have loved to get that job myself, but I think you're a great choice. Thanks. So how about want to grab some lunch? Our train doesn't leave for another hour. Sure. I'd be like, you can pay. You just won $1,000, you pay for my lunch. Sure, sounds good. I think some proper food is exactly what I need after all this excitement today. Great, I think I saw a restaurant on the way between here and the train station. Somehow managed to get a good table without a reservation. At first I wanted to look for a different restaurant because it looked pretty expensive, but Phoenix convinced me to go inside anyway. It kind of felt like a celebration. It wasn't much for me to celebrate, but I guess being a finalist was enough of a reason to eat at a place like this. The food was really good. I almost fainted when I saw the prices, but Phoenix told me she'd pay. She better pay! For being here with me, as she put it. I was reluctant, but it was a really nice offer. We had a great time, and we talked a lot more than we usually did. The competition wasn't even a topic anymore after a few minutes. I think at some point I've really started to like Phoenix. Eventually we lost track of time. Thankfully, Phoenix noticed how late it had gotten before it was too late. We hurriedly paid the bill, ran to the station, and barely managed to catch our train. Definitely remember this day. Even if this will be our last week at the bookstore together, I don't think Phoenix and I will stop seeing each other. Hey! Well, I'm finally home. There are better feelings than coming home to an empty apartment. They're losing such a huge chance, but I don't think this was my fault. Well, maybe I underestimated the challenge. But at least I tried. For now, I just have to focus on getting through the month. I'm really tired right now, though. Maybe I'll go to bed early for once. I did exactly that. I read a bit to distract myself from the existential dread that was still lingering in the back of my head, and ate a light dinner. Financially, I was still exactly where I was yesterday, but there's still time to turn things around. Now is not the time to lose hope. I should just take every day as it comes. March 25th. Finally, weekend. Yesterday was exhausting. I think spending some quiet days at home is exactly what I need. Well, I guess I'll go eat breakfast then. I took my time eating breakfast. This week it felt like the climax of an already intense month. As usually, I browsed the internet while eating and ended up reading an article about the next Titan Watch online update. I felt a bit reluctant to read it because of what happened yesterday, but I also didn't want to lose the fun of playing the game. I think I did reasonably well even if I didn't win. Maybe I'll just apply again some other time. Who knows? Eventually I was done and went back to what I wanted to be an uneventful of a Saturday as I could make it. Excuse me. I think this is the first time this month where I can actually relax. Paying rent won't be a problem and I still have almost a week to just lay back. Jesus. Call on Saturday? It's probably not Miss Cardover then. Hello? Hey Ashley, it's Phoenix. Hey Phoenix, did you want something? Yeah, I was wondering if maybe you have time to talk. I'm about to pass. No worries, Jakester. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate our talk on Tuesday, and there's something I want to tell you before the month is over. Sure, I haven't planned anything for this weekend so far. Great, would you mind coming over? Come on over, baby. You can also meet somewhere else if you prefer that. No, your place is fine. Alright, I'm pretty much all day, so no need to rush. Sure, I'll think I'll be there in an hour or so. Great, thanks. See you later then. Yeah, see ya. Oh, she was blushing. Well, it's not exactly a quiet weekend at home anymore, but I guess this isn't that bad. Bye, Jakester. See you later. I better get ready. Wait, you're wearing the same outfit. How much do you need to get ready? Ashley, I'm glad you could make it. Sure, you sounded like it's kind of important. Yeah. Where do I even start? Now that the competition over, I started thinking I realized something. We've barely known each other for a month, but I really enjoyed working with you at the bookstore. Well, being in the competition finale with you turned out to be a lot of fun, too. I think I'll miss working together with you. Yeah, me too. Well, the thing is, I like you. I thought you were interesting from the start, but I didn't expect that we'd have so much in common. Aww! And even if we didn't spend all that much time together, my interest only grew. I really appreciate that you lent me an ear earlier this week. It's unusual for me to give in to insecurity this much, so I'm really grateful you were there. If it hadn't been for you, I probably hadn't won the competition. Sorry that came out wrong. No, it's alright. You deserve the job. Thanks. I think being at Naughty Cat with you really confirmed my feelings for you. Anyway, sorry for springing all this on you all of a sudden. It's just that we only have one more week together at the bookstore and I was scared of running out of time before telling you. I really like you and I don't expect you to feel the same, but I'd love to spend more time with you and get to know you better. Somehow my portal turned off. Now I'm in the Nether and don't have my flint and steel. Uh-oh. Well, you could always get one of the floating things, whatever they're called. Are they the ghast? To blow a flame at you. And light it back on fire. I think that's probably the only way you're gonna be able to get on home. Is this really happening? No, thanks for telling me. To be honest, I think I'd like that too. I want to keep things the way as they are. Oh shit. No, I like you. I also enjoy the time we spent together, and to be honest, most of the time it felt like you already achieved everything I aspired to achieve one day. It was pretty intimidating at times, but I like you, and I'd like to get to know you better too. Really? Aw, they're both blushing. So glad to hear that. To be honest, I wasn't sure how quickly I'd be able to date again, but I really want to try with you. Thanks, I know this must be difficult for you after all that happened. It's fine, otherwise I wouldn't have told you. Alright. Curious though, you never told me anything about your romantic history. That. I'd rather not talk about it. I have 7 exes. I'm a virgin. Well, have we been together with anybody? And I don't think, like, I think we want to be honest with her at this point. And I don't think we're a skank and been with 7 exes. I'm a virgin. Oh, you could have just told me that you don't have much experience. Well, well, it's out there now. No worries. I like the bluntness of yours. Please just get a shit. Uh-oh. You better run, sweetie. Do you have any plans for tomorrow? Maybe we can go out somewhere again. Sure, that sounds good. But maybe not that cafe this time. As much as I'd like it, we should probably go somewhere else for once. How about the museum? Do they serve food at the museum? Maybe not exactly romantic, but there's this exhibition I really want to see. Oh, you mean the one about Gustav Calabade? I saw the posters on my way to work. Yeah, I really like his art. His art. Looks a lot of very realistic, so I was surprised when I read that he was technically an impressionist. Oh, that sounds interesting. Sure, I'd be up for that. Great, then it's a date. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. When Phoenix showed up at the bookstore, I thought we would be colleagues at best. I didn't expect her to be an artist, let alone more skilled than me. God, I love art. I didn't think I'd end up liking her so much. Can't say how serious this is going to get, but I'd like to be with her for as long as I can. Aww. We'll have to see how it'll work out, though. Phoenix is going to work at Naughty Cat in just over a week. Unless she wants to move. We'll probably still live in the same city, but our schedules will be pretty different then. But I'm hopeful. I'm sure it'll work out somehow. For now, we should make the most of the rest of the month. Then we can worry about what comes after. But somehow the future doesn't seem scary anymore. It's not like my life is suddenly perfect or anything. But I'm not alone anymore. And it feels reassuring to have others in my life. Aww. Is this game almost over? I feel like this is the end. March is almost over. I only have 2 more work days this month. At least I managed to make enough money. But I still can't believe what happened on Saturday. I'm somehow really excited to see her at the bookstore today. Especially because it's one of the last days we'll be working together. Well, I better get ready. Don't want to be late. Hey, Ashley. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. Feeling nervous about your new job next week? A bit, but for now I just want to enjoy my last days at the bookstore. With you. Well, we should probably go inside if we don't want to be late. Ashley, Phoenix, good morning. It's a bit of a shame that you'll be leaving us again so soon, Phoenix, but I hope you enjoyed your time here. I did, thank you. Well, you know the drill. I'm sorting out some more paperwork today, so please take care of the customers, you two. Aw, you're living. Good, I'm glad. Glad you're living. Sure, leave it to us. It feels like it's been a while since we've both been in charge of the customers, doesn't it? Yeah. But it's nice, I think. Good morning. Good morning. Is there something we can help you with? Yes, I just recently started a business and I'm looking for books about management. Management, huh? Shouldn't you have thought about this before starting a business?
What kind of business do you have?
It's an internet company.
Internet company?
Yes, with computers, you know.
But you probably have specialized on a certain kind of service, right?
I'm still working out the details, but right now I'm selling stamps to collectors.
Alright, that's a start at least. Well, I'll take a look at what we have. Sometimes I wonder why we don't have a service fee for customers like this. Alright, so if you're just getting started with your business, I think one of these books could be helpful. Counting, Team Building, and Comprehensive Guide. Well, he'll probably be working by himself. Accounting. Counting is pretty important, especially when you sell things. Seems to be a fairly simple guide, so I think it's suitable for someone experienced in the area.
Yes, I think this will be helpful. I'll take it.
Alright, that'll be $14.99 then.
Here, thanks for your help. Alright, feels like the future of my business is brighter after talking to you.
I'm suddenly very thankful to have Miss Cardover as my boss. You're welcome, please come again. Wonder if he really should be starting a business. Done a lot of head smacking in my day. Alright then. Really seems like he's underestimating just what goes into it. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Looks like there's another customer. Right, back to work. Welcome to Cardover Books. How can I help you? Hello, I'm looking for books about game development. Are you just starting out, or are you looking for something more advanced? Ow, I just smacked my hand. Something more advanced, please. I think we just got a delivery with a few different ones. Let's take a look. Alright, here is what we have. What do you think, Ashley? I think this would be good. Well, programming is pretty advanced. Engine development with an assembly introduction. I don't think she needs an introduction. That's the real engine for. I'm gonna say programming. Because she was talking about, if you already have some experience, this might be interesting. It seems to be mostly targeted at people who have already made games but want to learn programming themselves. I think the other way around would be more suitable for me. I'm a programmer, but I only know the basics of game design. Oh, I see. Well, if you want to take a look at the other books we have, I think it'll be easier for you to tell what would fit your needs. Oh, that one looks interesting. I didn't originally plan to, but building an engine sounds like fun. Alright then, it'll be $28.99. Whoops. Thanks for your patronage. Please come again. Ashley somehow forgot their scarf here. Someone forgot their scarf here. Can you handle this? Sure. But why don't you take it to the office yourself? Is there a book on testicle files? Well, how was I supposed to know? She's just like, advanced game development. There's a lot that goes into game development. Would you tell me that you're a programmer and I won't pick a programming thing for you? Be more specific with your asks. Jeez. I'm not supposed to be here on school days. So, you're avoiding Miss Cardover until it's afternoon. Yep. Well, alright, but if she asks, I won't hide that you're here. Thanks, I knew I could count on you. What? You could tell me out without even being asked. How do you know that I won't sell you out? If Ashley likes someone, they're usually cool. Alright, I won't tell her today, but don't skip too much. See? Good judgment, Ashley. I agree with her. Just go to school. Fine, but school's so noisy. It's easier to just learn here. It's technically none of my business, but just be responsible, Snow. Alright.
Well, I guess I'll take this scarf to Miss Cardover then. Actually, is something the matter? No, just a lost scarf. Oh, alright, I hope I'll find its way to its owner again. Well, I'll go back to the counter now if that's alright. Oh, wait a second. There's something I want to talk to you about. Oh? That doesn't sound good. You've really shown initiative this month, and while I know that it's been because of your financial trouble, it got me thinking. I could really use someone to help me out with the management, and another full-time employee would be really helpful too. If you stay long enough to see the day, when I retire, I could imagine leaving the shop to you for good. Holy shit. God damn. That's quite an offer. Just leave your whole shop to me? Of course, this would mean that you get less time for your art, but it's just an offer. The decision is yours. Well, it's less time for our art, though. But I'll accept it. Thank you. That sounds great. I'll have to figure out how to continue with art, but I really enjoy the work here. I'm happy to hear that. There's some paperwork that we'll have to go over before anything is official, but as long as we do this sometime this week, it'll be fine. I mean, she's not that old. She'll be alive for a while. Probably. So, even if we did get a job at Naughty Cat or something, could probably just be like, hey, they're gonna pay me more. I could show you some of your new responsibilities on Thursday. That'd be great. Alright then, enjoy your last week as part-time. I'm looking forward to you. I got an achievement unlocked. You own promotion. I kept thinking about that the entire day. I think that it finally paid off to do so much overtime. Well, then again, this was basically the first time I put in so much effort, but that doesn't matter. Next month, it'll be full-time employee. With that, my finances should look brighter as well. Hell yeah. Alright, here we go. My last work day of the month. But anyway, let's go inside. Ashley, good morning. Good morning. Are you ready to start your work as the new manager? What? Today? I thought the new contract only starts next month. It does, but you could see today as a dress rehearsal of sorts. If you say so. I just thought it might be good to ease you into the job rather than to throw you in at the deep end. Just work at the counter like usual for now. I'll show you your new responsibilities this afternoon. Alright, thanks. But I really am glad that you'll be working full-time from now on. With Phoenix leaving the bookstore next week, we'd be in trouble otherwise. Yeah, I can imagine. Where's Phoenix, by the way? She's still sorting out the delivery from Tuesday. But it's just you two today, so I need you at the counter. Alright. Well then, I'll be in the office if you need her. Don't forget to come by after your shift. Now then, back to the usual grind, I guess. Hey, Ashley. Oh, hi, Snow. Hi from Miss Cardover again? Sorta. Not really. I think she already saw me. But I thought I'd stop by before your promotion. Worried I'll kick you out once I'm manager? Not really. But better safe than sorry. Want me to help out? Wait, you want to help out? Not really, but I guess it isn't so bad once in a while. Excuse me. Sorry, how can I help you? I'm looking for books about writing, but I have no idea which ones are any good. Sure, let me take a look. Is there anything specific you want to know about? Ugh.
Oh, it's not for me. My daughter has picked up writing recently, so I want to help her out a bit. So something with general writing tips, maybe? Alright, let's see what we have here. How to write a novel, a comprehensive guide. Maybe a novel is a bit too much to start, but it looks like this book covers all the important aspects of writing. Right, this looks very thorough. That one's no good. Huh? I read it. There's helpful advice in there, but it's buried in pages of long-winded explanations with little to no content. Is that so? And what about the others? I'm sure one of them is going to be fine, right? No, they're pretty much the same. To really get a good understanding of what they want to teach you, you'd have to read all them, and even then you only scratch the surface. So instead of reading a total of like 800 pages, just to get the basics, I think it would be better to get something else altogether. Like what, for example? I read a pretty good one recently, but it's only available as an ebook right now. Oh, that's perfect! Then she could always take it with her on her tablet. Do you also sell ebooks? No, unfortunately not. Oh, too bad. Well, could you tell me the title book then? Sure, I'll write it down for you. Alright, thanks for your help. I'm sure my daughter is going to like this. I thought you wanted to help out. I did. We just had a happy customer leave the store. But he didn't buy anything from us. So I'm sure he'll come back when he needs another book. Plus, I just opened your eyes to the ebook market. Better get on that fast manager before we lose another customer, because we're stuck in the 20th century. Wow, I never thought I'd hear all that. Hear you, of all people, complain about lack of ebooks. What, they're handy. Even if I prefer print, I can't deny that. Anyway, nice going, Snow. I think this was the first time I saw you talk like that to a stranger. Well, it's easier to talk when it's about something I'm confident in. Hello, do you have books about art theory? Sure, last time I checked we had a few. Let's see. Did you have any specific areas in mind, or do you want something that covers all the basics? I've been drawing just for fun for a while, but I watched a pretty interesting live stream and now I want to get more serious about it. I don't really know much about colors or painting, but it's not like I'm completely new to art. Alright, I think you might like color contrast. Because he said he's not good with painting and colors. Let's do colors. This one is purely about colors and color contrast. A lot of examples, even with some more well-known paintings, as you always have a visual aspect accompanying the theory. I've mostly ended up using it as a reference book, though, so if you want something that feels more like an art course, it may be not ideal. No, that sounds fine. It's probably even better to have a book you can come back to even when you're more experienced. Thanks for your advice. Wait, that live stream I mentioned, weren't you in it? Yeah. I really like that design you made. Thanks. But I don't want to keep you from working. I think now I'm more convinced than ever to get this book. Sure, that'll be in 1999 then. Thanks for your patronage. Please come again. You're getting recognized now? Don't forget me when you're famous. This is actually the first time this happened, and honestly I'm not sure what to feel. Well, you did look surprisingly cool in that live stream. You watched it? Sure, why wouldn't I when you're in it? But anyway, did you actually read all those books, or were you just picking the best of what is here again? I was pretty sure you had neither the money nor the time to read so much. Well, maybe the time. Just so you know, I was already serious about art long before we met. It just so happened that we were among the books I read back then. Hey. Although we don't even have the best ones in stock. Maybe I should talk to Miss Cardover about it. Ashley, are you ready to take your break? Miss Cardover said she wanted all of us to come together before our shift is over.
Oh, sure. Good to see you, Phoenix. Yeah, sorry, I was so busy this week. Oh no, I totally understand. I think I'll just join you later, maybe. Night, Croji. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. How long is this? Is this almost over? Because if this is gonna be longer, then I'd rather like call it a day. Good frickin'. I thought Miss Cardover already knows that you're here. Probably. Maybe she doesn't. You should really sort this out. I know, I know. I'll start high school next term, so I'm planning to start over completely. Well, good luck, though I'll only believe it when I see it. Fine, I deserve that. Anyway, see you later. Sure. See you later. Ashley Phoenix. It's not even been a month since your little welcome party, but now there's already a farewell. As I said this morning, I wish you all the best with your new job. I know you said from the beginning that was only temporary, but I still don't like saying goodbye to my employees. If you find the time to go... Thanks, I really appreciate that I got to work here. Is there cake? There wasn't any cake this time. Damn it! But it was nice of Miss Carter still go out of her way to say goodbye. I wanted cake! Hurry up, Phoenix and I talked a little more about our jobs. About our time at the bookstore, about our future. It was strange to know that this was the last time we'd go home from work together, even if it had always only been a few minutes before we had to go in different directions. The Coke? The cake? Crab. But I'm still excited about what the future will bring. Although tomorrow first holds a phone call I've been postponing all month. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think this game is probably over after the month is over, right? Right. Today is the day. Day that rent is due. And I did all I can. Somehow it worked out, so I'll be fine. I set up the bank transfer yesterday, so it should hopefully make it in time. Oh no, is that... Hello? This is Ashley. Has it really gotten to the point that I'm getting those creepy phone calls where you only hear slow breathing? Oh my god. Can you hear me? This is Ashley. It really is my landlord. Somehow this doesn't make it any less creepy. Yes, this is Ashley. I see I'm calling to ask if you were able to pay rent this month. As you know, we agreed to communicate more closely since the last fiasco, the little fiasco in January. Yes, I'm sorry about that. So, will you pay rent this month? Yes, I transferred the money yesterday, so it should be there after the weekend. Good. Besides the small mishaps every now and then, you're one of my more agreeable tenants. It would be a shame to evict you. Oh shit. Yes, I'll make sure to keep paying rent on time from now on. Good, I will call again at the end of April. Jesus Christ. There are only a few people who make me as comfortable as my landlord. At least everything went smoothly this time. Just hope next month will be a little more relaxed. Anyway, let's forget about this whole phone call and do something fun. Feels like it's been forever since I last played Titan Watch. I can't wait to finally talk to everyone again. Better log in while the day is young. Oh shit. Ah shit, what's my password? God damn it. Oh my god, it's just love. I missed you. Hey, Suj. Sorry, this month has been kind of ridiculous, but it's better now. Nice. Hey, hey. Or should I say, Ashley? What? How do you know? Oh, did you forget me already? I'm your friendly neighborhood repair shop guy. What? Zen? Yep. Oh my god. Saw you play Titan Watch when I fixed your laptop. Well, and I got curious, so I eventually looked you up. And guess what? We've been playing together for years, go figure. Oh my god. What are the odds? Woo woo, what's going on? Are we sharing real names? Is there an important occasion? I'm Jesus, by the way. No occasion per se, just Lev and I just met by chance. Well, and we're living in the same town as it turns out. What? Feel left out. Well, we literally saw each other like, what, twice? 3 times, technically. But I see I'm not important enough for you to remember. Stop playing hurt, you know I like you. But not as much as you like me, right? There's really no comparing you. Ha, see? I don't think that was a compliment. Let's just get on with it, okay? Sure. What are we going to do today? Well, it's still early, so why don't we go for a raid? Just grinding Titans gets kind of boring after a while. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, gonna ask around in the guild. We're gonna need some more manpower for a raid. Can I ask you something, Suj? Sure, what's up, man? You didn't always use these emotes, did you? You noticed. I found my inner kawaii. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Gosh, I'm getting excited. Raid. Didn't take long until some more guild members joined. In the end, we were almost 20 people. It's been a while since we tackled one of the bigger dungeons, and I had a lot of fun. First, I tried using one of my higher DPS sets, but midway through, I had to switch positions because almost all our healers got wiped. We barely managed to recover. By the time we were done playing, it was already evening. I called Phoenix and we talked a bit about our plans for next week. Somehow I suddenly felt pretty positive about the future. Epilogue. Phoenix. Well, and that was what happened in March. A lot of time has passed since then. Phoenix and I are still together. Hell yeah! Woo! It's difficult at first. Phoenix deserved the position at Naughty Cat, but it took me some time until I could listen to her talk about work and not think that this could have been me. I've come to terms with it now. It actually ended up being pretty exciting to get some behind-the-scenes info on Naughty Cat. Well, at least with what Phoenix could tell me between all the NDAs. I'm still the manager of the bookstore, although it probably won't be long until I'll be the owner. Oh my god. I was like, is Miss Cardover dying? Still as fit as ever, but she's been talking about retiring and traveling around the world again. Although she'll probably wait until Snow starts college. It took some time to get used to having so much responsibility. Now I actually like it. I try not to stray too much from what Miss Cardover built over the years, but over the time I add a few personal touches, selling ebooks and making it possible to order books from us online with none of those. But I also adjusted our assortment and started holding monthly surveys to see what our customers wanted to see more of. Phoenix and I moved together about a year after we started dating. Oh, damn. We probably could have expected work kind of got in the way of our relationship sometimes, so we thought this might be a good way to counter it. And now we actually ended up working together as well. Phoenix worked at Naughty Cat for roughly 1.5 years. As far as I could tell, she liked the work and the team seemed nice. But as more time passed, I noticed that Phoenix was losing more and more of her drive. The work itself was fun, but the corporate structure of the studio ended up suffocating her a little. Oh, damn. That's sad. By then, I knew Phoenix well enough to know that she thrives best when she follows her own path. And so after wrapping up the latest project she worked on Naughty Cat, Phoenix quit and went freelance again. Took some time to find clients, but Phoenix's work and resume shortened that quite a bit, I think. She got a few gigs making posters and merch for a band that is quite a big deal in the indie rock scene. Soon more bands wanted her art, and not long after, Phoenix ended up founding her own little illustration studio. I helped out there sometimes after work.
Still nowhere near as good of an illustrator as Phoenix, but it's fun to work together and do something different for a change. Once the financial side of things had stabilized, Phoenix started renting a studio. Partly due to my schedule, you often end up working late, but it's also nice to ring out the day there after everyone else has left. I think we were both a little reserved when we started our relationship. We liked each other, but we hadn't known the other well enough to really know if it could work out. Thankfully, it did. Well, I was trying to do it with lava and died, so I made it back to my bed. Damn it, sweetie. I told you not to, I told you to use just the little ghosty goo that shut out things. That shut out the fireballs. I don't think lava really makes it turn on. Get good! Don't you know you gotta get good? I really love Phoenix. We have our falling outs. It's definitely not always easy, but we always try to make things work. Aw, that's nice. For both of us. I'm glad that we met, and I'm glad that we got closer. For most of my life, I've tried to avoid conflict as such, and I kept people at arm's length unless I knew for sure that we'd get along perfectly. But after getting closer, I tried and went through the portal and didn't do anything. Well, it's gotta hit like the side. It's gotta hit like where the freaking obsidian is. It's gotta like clip the obsidian. I realize how limiting that is and how lonely you could become. At some point, I noticed that Phoenix and I get along well, but we're not technically perfect for each other. Even if I like my work, Phoenix is on a whole other level with that. She tries to keep it in check, but whenever she is excited about a project, there's really no stopping her. Usually I don't have the heart to do anything about it. Eventually it became kind of endearing to see Phoenix so caught up in her own world at times like this. It's fine, I mean, well, that's good. At least you didn't lose anything important. Can only be a little lonely when she stays at the studio all night. Ooh, look at that dual setup back there. Hey! I have my own problems, though. Even now, I need quite a bit of alone time. Doesn't always line up with when Phoenix is busy. I've had our fair share of arguments about that, but I think it doesn't really matter. We care about each other enough to try and look beyond those issues. Well, there were, but they're there. Damn it, sweet. Conflict still isn't fun, but I think our relationship only gets stronger when we manage to work through it. Happy with where I am at now. Where we are now. And for as long as we can, we want to stay together. I got an achievement unlocked. Art is in the air. Yay! We did it. The end. Well, it had a happier ending. We didn't get the job, but oh, probably got a better computer, so no visits from her in months. Maybe I should use her as an advertisement. Come here and you won't need your laptop fixed again. Pecton. Ashley? Well, she's still hard at work here. Finally gives me some time to focus on other things as well. The bookstore is still doing well, so I thankfully don't have much to complain about. Yeehaw! Why do you want to know about Ashley? If you want to talk to her, she's right there in the office. Well, and I have other things to worry about. I just started high school and I want to enjoy my time there. Maybe I'll start playing sports. New image and all, you know. Do we really need like a wrap up of the Kawaii Festival? Jeremy for giving feedback and being cute. Played the initial game jam version of the game. Patiently stayed with us until the release of the second half. Took the time to make Let's Play video and fan art. Reached out to us on social media. Read our lengthy devlogs. Shared the game with their friends. And we thank you for playing until the end. Aww. I got the Phoenix ending. Oh shit. That means there's multiple endings. Well, I think I knew there's multiple endings. But the original's still there. Yeah, I've heard that happens. Like if the one portal goes out, it creates another portal. It's happened like when Jack has played it. All right, guys, going back. Night Crab, thanks for hanging out. Gonna end the stream because we went over like a half hour. I thought we were closer to the end than we actually were, and I kept talking. um, so let's call it a stream. Unknown, are you multiple endings? Yeah, I think it said that in the description of it when I downloaded the game. Are you streaming or what? But there's probably yeah. Because I thought you said that you were going to play more Minecraft and blow that mountain up. But there's probably ending. I feel like maybe you could end up with Snow, although that might be weird because he's technically in high school. But there's probably an ending where we don't end up with Phoenix, and there's probably an ending where we actually get the job. So I guess I did fuck up. Yeah, I'll come over and watch your stream crash. Because I was gonna raid you, but since you're here with me, you're gonna go there. Cool. Should I wait until you set it up because I could raid you or something. But I'll definitely stop by either way. My voice is tired. That was a lot of reading. That was a lot more. You donut. Did I just dribble my shirt? Well, it depends on how quickly you can get set up. Because I'm probably going to end now. um, who else is streaming? We got Brandon. He's playing Layers of Fear 2. And we got Kate, who's playing Twitch. Playing. She's doing Twitch things. It's gonna take you a hot minute. So you're gonna go and get things started. Okay, cool. Sounds good. So which achievements did I get? Oh, I guess I got... Oh, so there probably is an option to fall in love with Joyce. Because we did make the choice not to follow her and go after her. So we probably could have gotten Joyce again. junior artist a dream come true. So we definitely could have gotten a job. It's probably an option where we could have just played games and like done the guild. Nobody's left behind. The month was over before we knew it. Thanks for trying, though. You really have to see everything. So, yeah, judging from the achievements, there's probably one where we can't pay rent. And we lose our apartment. I don't know. Nobody gets left behind. I don't know what that is. The month, I guess maybe that's not being together with, Phoenix. Ooh. Oh, my lordy. But I feel like you'd have to mess up a lot to frickin' not end up with, Phoenix. Okay, cool. So Unknown is on, so we're gonna go raid her, show her some love. She's gonna blow up a mountain in Minecraft. So we gotta see it. Where is she? Hold on. Ugh. Ugh. Twitch, you're making it difficult. I was gonna go to bed, but the cat puked. Ugh. I'm sorry. How come it won't let me raid her? I gotta refresh. Let me refresh. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go raid Unknown. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I will be back Thursday, I guess. For something. I don't know what, but we'll do something. But for now, enjoy Unknown and Minecraft and explosions. Have a good night, everybody. Bye. 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 Bye.